Alright, playing some Jund. Jund has got Wrenn and Six. Wrenn and Six is a really sweet new addition. Kind of replaces Dark Confidant in a lot of ways, especially when you're playing cards like Nurturing Peatland and Barren Moor. I've had Wrenn and Six with Barren Moor be an incredible endgame in this deck. You just bury your opponent in card advantage. The ultimate is really nice too. I've like, so far in testing, you know, been retracing Collective Brutality against Burn, or retracing Lightning Bolts to kill someone multiple turns earlier. I'm also trying out Chandra in this deck, kind of like as this deck's Snapcaster Mage. Still not sure entirely how good she is, but just getting in some reps with her, seeing if she performs well. Alright, so this seems like a fine hand. I'm going to be taking some damage off our lands, but so I don't know if the plan is to cycle this or not, but I guess we can figure that out based on our draw step next turn, because we can just go discard spell into discard spell on the first couple turns. So I'm going to keep this. Alright, so with a Scavenging Ooze in hand, I'm pretty happy to get an Overgrown Tomb first. Yeah, Maelstrom Pulse is pretty slow, for sure. I think Maelstrom Pulse is a fine card. I'm just trying things out at the moment, honestly. I don't think this list is perfect by any means. Oh boy, I've been losing to Hogak a lot. I think the Hogak deck is very impressive. I guess I take Stitcher's Supplier to buy me some time. Right? It's like the most explosive card in the hand. Helps a lot with Vengevine. God, I really regret using the Catacombs instead of the Mire. Gonna cost me some life to get Scooz online. Should be fine. Do I still do donation decks? Not as often. If I start streaming more, and especially after Barcelona, maybe. But at the moment, I have been very busy, so it's hard to fit in stuff like that. Alright. So I got a couple options here. Yeah, there's very little reason to lead on Thoughtseize instead of Inquisition. That is correct. But if they mulligan, you can sometimes do that on the basis that, like, maybe your opponent doesn't have something cheap in hand, like against a deck like Blue-White Control, but you could discard a hollow one. Yeah, you can also just hit the enablers though. So I've got a couple different options here. I'm kind of wondering if it's any good to go fetch a green source Scavenging Ooze. Costs a lot of life, but once the Scavenging Ooze is online, I think it's going to be quite good for us. And it's not like there's anything there I'm desperate to Thoughtseize. So I guess it has to be a Stomping Ground, realistically. Even though that works slightly awkwardly with the Barren Moor. Now a Blood Crypt means we can cast everything very easily. It's going to fire off a Wayfinder. Okay. Hogak, huh? Alright, this has been the deck I've been mainly losing to in my leagues. Most other things it feels like Jund is pretty well positioned against, but the Hogak deck, if you don't have Graveyard Hate, even on the play, it'd be quite problematic. So we need a trophy fairly soon. I guess I can just Thoughtseize eat the Vengevine or something. Because I kind of need this land in play too, and then I just hope to draw a trophy next turn. If I do, I'm probably in a fine position, but if I don't, I probably die. So I can take the Vengevine and eat it. I do want to take a creature, because I feel like I need to gain some life here. Alright, so you go. It's also just, like, pretty relevant how hard it is to kill Hogak. A lot of your removal just can't hit it. It's not even just the recursion that's scary. That's a fetch land too. Alright. This is quite the Jund hand, it is. They're gonna cast a 1-drop and the Hogak deck is so impressive. Alright, I can eat a Vengevine, but I'm dead. Time to see if Leylines do work. I was finding spell bombs didn't feel like enough. This was the main deck I was losing to. So I think just going overboard on sideboard cards seems appealing to me. Liliana and Chandra both seem quite bad here. No, this is the reason, Bob, and this matchup is a lot. Why not 10-yard hate? It's a good question. You could just make the Fulminator spell bombs or something stupid. So I think Wrenn is not amazing. So I can probably cut one of those. And I think I do want the discard spells to try and take Nature's Claims, especially with Leylines in my deck. I'm honestly at the point of wanting 4 Scavenging Ooze in the main, based on like what I've been running into in the leagues. I'm not even sure that's like necessarily incorrect. Scavenging Ooze just feels like it lines up very well against the... Like, obviously my opponent had an extremely strong draw there, but if they have a slightly slower one, it would have been quite impressive. Keep. Alright, if I don't win this game, I'm never playing Jund. Ever again. Just saying. Just off it. Don't you dare Nature's Claim me. I will scream. What about the scheduled match tonight? Unfortunate. Unfortunate, I say. My teammates will be upset when I concede the match on turn 0. Alright. Yes, I cast my Scavenging Ooze. Okay. I wish we had more green mana right now. This mountain is looking not the best. Zombie. Get out of here. Stitches Supplier. They're gonna trophy the Leyline now. Or nope. Well, this is going way better than expected. Sure. Resolves. They really are all in on this this fair beatdown plan, huh? It's kind of great. Ooh. Vengevine, Swamp, Verdant Catacombs. At least I get a sorcery in my yard. Something. Sure is something. They aren't actually winning the race. It does seem that way. I do get that general impression. I hope they try and block with this Vengevine. That would be funny. Or attack with it. Either or. If they attack with it, I get to kill it with Surgical. Alright. Kill this. Drew 3 sideboard cards. Matchup is great. Apparently. Apparently we managed to win a game. Let's see if we can make it 2. Alright. Yes, I just run it back. Thoughtseize is definitely worse on the draw. I could honestly make Thoughtseize like Brutalities, because they also just kill spells, life gain spells. It's not too relevant, but I can kill a small Farrick Carrion Feeder before it gets out of hand. Doesn't sound terribly exciting. I think Thoughtseize to like cut my opponent off claim is probably more relevant. Sideboard idea 6 Leylines. I don't know if we're allowed to do that. Maybe if they're different arts. Maybe if they're different arts. Ooh, we have a sideboard card. Does that mean I'm meant to keep the hand? I assume I go to 5. On the play, I think I would be tempted to keep this. Double Inquisition into Skoos. On the draw. Alright. Keep. So I get to keep 3 cards. Just please don't have a Nature's Claim, I guess. Land, Goyf, Leyline, yeah, that might have been better. I think that was kind of close. I'm ready to get Nature's Claimed into oblivion. Alright. Acceptable. Okay, I wish we had a fetch in that opener. Then Wrenn would actually, like, recover from the mulligan a bit. Oh my god, I get to Wrenn down the Bloodghast. This is so brutal. If the swamp was a fetch land. Hey Abby. Good to see you. Alright. I guess I take 2, because that's like something I can happily run down. Please, please give me a fetch land. Come on. Come on. This is beautiful. I get to kill the Bloodghast, and then I get to start returning this Barren Moor. Hardband, thank you for that 7-month free sub. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate the continued support, Hardband. It means a lot to me. Malta free, easy. I get a forest at least. Maybe this is fine. I do get a forest. I guess this Scavenging Ooze is now staying home. Oh, god damn it. Yeah. I guess. They only have 2 cards left. To be fair. They do only have 2 cards left. Now I have Wrenn plus Barren Moor, like, maybe. If my opponent doesn't Hogak me this turn. God damn it. We almost got there on the Malta free. Almost. Just the most dead. I mean, I've definitely seen more alive people. Alright. Maybe they ignore the Wrenn and Six. Okay. I understand, opponent. Do you have any videos of me playing Mono Blue? Hey, yeah, we played Mono Blue on stream a bunch, on Arena. If you look back at, I think my most recent stream may have been Mono Blue. Back on Saturday. I play a fair amount. I really enjoy the deck. It's like obviously a chunk of my brand at the moment too. Alright, so Leylines help a lot, but they don't solve everything by the looks of things. Gosh. I need to find myself a good Hogak list. I think it's easily capable of getting into Mythic. Yeah, I got into Mythic with Mono Blue. I think it's pretty good. It's like not the easiest deck in the world, but it's very powerful if you play it well. Yeah, that's my thinking, Bobbin. Surgical, like, I don't think you want Leyline against Phoenix, whereas Surgical can come in there. Maybe that's incorrect, though. Surgical's obviously good against Tron, but I guess Tron isn't much of a thing at the moment. Losing Wrenn is a little bit brutal. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have their own Wrenn. Ah, okay. Just gonna throw everything in the yard. Yep. Guess that means they probably don't have a Liliana. Okay, go ahead and fetch an Overgrown Tomb. Guess I just go find Blood Crypt. Or maybe I meant to go Blood Crypt first to bolt up without shocking myself. That's probably correct. This is where they play Wrenn and Plus, and I scoop. It's nice to see someone else playing the 2 Barren Moor. Oh, maybe they're just black-green. It does make it a lot easier to have Barren Moors in your deck, but then you don't have Wrenn to return them. Am I going to pay 3 life to deal 3? I guess. I guess I'm paying 1 life regardless, so I'm paying 2 to deal 3. How have I been liking Jund? I've been pretty happy with it. I will say that there are like still a bunch of places where it struggles. The Hogak matchup has been really problematic in particular. And it still has like the Jundy thing of being like a little bit mopey. But the Wrenn and Six package helps you a lot. Just like ups the power level of the deck a lot, means you don't have to play Dark Confidant. I think Dark Confidant is just like not a good card in Modern anymore. Discard the tap land. I was half planning on cracking this Peatland to find something to do. At which point this is no longer a tap land, right? I could go Inquisition or Liliana first. Like, I kind of just want to get this Liliana going. Obviously, Inquisition helps protect the Liliana, which is appealing. I think I'm just gonna play this Liliana. Yeah, I quite liked playing Fair Magic like a few years ago. I think around about the time Eldrazi Winter happened was like the last time when it actually felt viable. When Fair Magic actually felt viable to me. But I do think Wrenn is such a big power upgrade to the deck that I've been very interested in playing it a bunch. I find it really enjoyable to play too. Can make for some good games. Trophy, Brook Decay, yep. I do need to find an answer to this Liliana. Like, if I can answer this Liliana, me and my opponent are pretty even though, so... Okay. Oh my god, I want to die. What the hell? Ah! Am I discarding the Stomping Ground? How many lands are in my deck right now? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm like 35% to get there on a land. So it's plausible I'm just meant to play the Stomping Ground. The thing is, I need to damage the Liliana, right? Next turn. And Bloodbraid does that, guaranteed. There are so few draws in my deck that do that. I think I'm just going to discard the land. And just hope that I top deck. If we discard the Stomping Ground, we 100% draw another elf next turn, right? That is literally how it works, yes. Literally no other way for it to go. Come on, deck. Come on. It doesn't help that, like, 3 of the lands are tapped lands, too. Alright, alright. Maybe I'm not technically meant to concede there, but I'm conceding in spirit, you know? Probably not actually dead there. Okay, so I think you cut some number of Inquisitions. There aren't actually any good sideboard cards. Yeah, I was not meant to concede there, Bob, and you're correct. As it happened, it would have not made much of a difference, I think. So I would have, like, drawn trophied the Liliana, and then died to the Goyf over the next 2 turns. But you're correct that I should not have actually conceded. So I guess I can swap 3 Inquisitions. Yeah, jam the same 60. I'm kind of tempted. Like, the only things these Inquisitions had even become are Fulminator Mages, which seem miserable against Wrenn and Six. What a world. Just run back the main deck. You see, we are pre-sideboarded for the mirror by trying to beat decks that are not the mirror. This hand is nice, honestly. Get to go turn 2 Wrenn, return my Barren Moor if I want. I can also just return the Catacombs and take less damage that way. Get my Ravine down. That's probably a touch better. Cycling the Barren Moor could also just find me another 2-drop though if my opponent takes the Wrenn. Whatever. Life total's a resource. If you're not starting on 14 life, what are you really doing in Magic? Hey JD, good to see you. No. Isn't Wizard's Retort much better than Lookout's Dispersal? Nah, they do different things. The advantage of Lookout's Dispersal is you have 8 1-mana pirates, which means you can cast it on turn 2 fairly reliably. Whereas Wizard's Retort has the problem that where half of your wizards are 2 mana, you can't cast it until turn 3. So it's much worse on the draw against a card like Teferi. Whereas like Lookout's Dispersal can counter Teferi fairly reliably. What is the big difference? I also just get a Swamp. I want to be able to cast a Wrenn next turn if I draw one. That's definitely a non-zero part of it, JD. Especially for those who want to like foil out their decks or something ridiculous. So I just cast the Ooze or get down my Ravine. I guess if my opponent plays a 2-drop, I can't protect Chandra anyway, but Chandra currently attacks Wrenn quite well. I feel like Ooze is just going to die and not achieve very much. I guess if I cast Ooze and my opponent casts Wrenn and I draw a red land, I can kill Wrenn. Alright, whatever. I'm just going to play the Ooze. I'm in. Interesting. Sorry, gonna be multitasking for a moment here. whilst my opponent chooses what to take. Wow, such efficiency. 3 spells on turn 3. Oh my god. Okay. This is pretty excellent. I guess I don't actually have much mana for cycling this Barren Moor, but I'm still going to get it back. It's such value. Sorry that I'm not looking at chat for a few minutes. Liliana. I have the trophy for Liliana. I can just discard the Barren Moor and get it back anyway. Secretly playing an MH1 draft on the other monitor. Not quite, just doing some life stuff. Right, so I guess does the Liliana plussing even matter at the moment? I just, like, have this Wrenn giving me lands every turn, right? I'm not convinced the Liliana plussing actually does anything. Yeah, I think I'm just going to return this. Play the Blackcleave Cliffs past the turn, and just, like, let my opponent keep plussing this Liliana. I have a Kolaghan's command ready for a Bloodbraid Elf. Yeah. Okay. So I have the Barren Moor and they don't. The Wrenn isn't super scary. So I think I'm going to trophy the Liliana here. Yeah, can attack Wrenn with Ravine. It's also very true. Got this Catacombs in the yard for that. Please not another Liliana. I can just kill the Liliana too though. I think we're kind of fine here, honestly. Like, this Ravine is going to do some solid work. I definitely want to kill the Liliana first, because I have relevant cards in my hand, and the Wrenn's just, like, not returning anything too impactful here. You feel very favoured here. Yeah, I think we're doing very well at the moment. This Wrenn has just taken over the game for us. another Liliana. I want to be able to kill a Tarmogoyf more than anything, right? I can return a Scavenging Ooze to deal with Tarmogoyf though. I guess I'm just gonna discard this. I just feel like Tarmogoyf is the most important card my opponent could draw here. I think we attack Wrenn this turn. Why? What makes you want to attack Wrenn? They draw a Doomblade next turn. Oh, because we can ult the Wrenn. That's fair. That is reasonable. I'm not really sure which I'd rather attack. I mean, we can just ultimate our Wrenn next turn. They need to kill our Wrenn, otherwise we threaten to flashback trophy on their Wrenn. I'm gonna kill the Liliana. I think I prefer doing that. Nothing matters. Yeah, it does seem that way. Oh my god, now the Wrenn's actually gonna do something. Alright, got there. Perfect main deck. From the creators of Mono Blue Nihilism comes Jund Nihilism. It's true. Sounds pretty reasonable, I think. Alright, so I want to cycle this Barren Moor here. Do I want to fetch a Blood Crypt to do that? I guess if I go Overgrown Tomb, I can just go Mounting Goyf and then get a Blood Crypt later for the Chandra if I end up wanting to do that. Alright, I'm just going to shock myself off the Overgrown Tomb then. Use that to cycle the Barren Moor. Okay. Hopefully they don't have their own Goyf. That would be very scary for me. Wrenn is really good too. At least if they Liliana minus us, the Chandra is going to do work. Right. Get to immediately kill her. start damaging the Wrenn too. Wrenn and Six has been a divination so far for 2 mana. Still has a Planeswalker on board. Yeah, Chandra 0 can grow Wrenn. I actually won a game due to that last night. I had a Wrenn on 6 loyalty and I went like Chandra 0, grow Wrenn, ultimate Wrenn, flashback, retrace brutality immediately. It was very impressive. Tarmogoyf. Alright. I could trophy the Wrenn? I think the damage from Wrenn has already been done though, and I'd rather try and kill it with my creatures. Because like, as long as they don't draw a cycling land or whatever, the Wrenn isn't actually going to accomplish much more than it's done already. And with 2 Goyfs and a Chandra in hand, we're pretty well set up to get this Wrenn off the board without using up a card from our hand. Hey lassie, good to see you. Please don't have a Bloodbraid. Please don't have a Bloodbraid. I'm doing okay, Rototo. Had a rough couple days, which is why I've not been streaming much, but I'm happy to be back. I've been enjoying the stream so far. Enjoying playing some Jund. Jund is nice. You've been interested in seeing this deck? It's a lot of fun. Wrenn and Six is a really big power upgrade to it. Ooh. Couple of different options here. I think I most like Chandra, copy Fatal Push, push the Dark Confidant. What's the main role of Wrenn? It helps you hit your land drops reliably, it provides fodder you can discard to your Liliana. It is very good with Barren Moor or Peatland to provide you late game card advantage engines. It can kill X1s against decks like humans. Also the ultimate's actually kind of nice. Seems like it shouldn't come up very often, but you do actually ultimate the card a lot. And then you'd like burn people out with lightning bolts or collective brutalities or whatever. Oh, the Fatal Push going from the yard means these are only going to be 2/3s. I think so I have to attack Wrenn first, right? That means... yeah, I have to attack Wrenn with my Goyfs first. Kinda sucks missing out on damage at my opponent's face. But I kinda just want to get this off the board. Now, my Goyfs are huge. They're about to get smaller, but that's fine. Trophy the Chandra, push a Goyf. Okay, they did have the push. So it's good we attacked Wrenn with both. I hope this Inquisition can hit a card before it goes dead. That's like my one concern here. Kill the Chandra. Couple good cards for them to take care, potentially. Trophy answers Ravine, so it makes a lot of sense to take that. Goyf is now a 5/6 though, which is kind of gigantic. Yeah, take your only spell. I actually think we're probably slightly ahead at the moment. Like, this Goyf is just so big. We have more chunky threats. Our threats are exceedingly chunky. Oh yeah, I prefer the Goyf. I really like the Future Sight border. I think it looks really cool. I know, like, not everyone loves it, but I just like how it feels like it's from a different game almost. Alright, they get in a Ravine hit. I think I'm kind of fine with that though, as long as they haven't drawn a push. So I'm going to gain a couple more life and then be threateningly full force the Bloodbraid to jump. Alright. Future Sight, best sight, not close. I'd have thought the best sight would be the sight of you, Abby, but Future Sight is very high ranking, yes. Eat the Tarmogoyf. Eat the Tarmogoyf. Don't know why I'm doing... Maybe I'm not meant to do this now. Once it's a 4/4, it doesn't matter, right? I guess this stops K command, though, which is nice. Wholesome content alert. Exceedingly wholesome. It's basically my brand. This mountain is the worst. Aw, Gab. The huge raid. Wholesome raid alert. Welcome to everyone joining us from Gab's chat. Hope you had a good stream. When I stopped watching you were playing the worst Astral Drift deck I've ever seen in my life. Though I guess also the only Astral Drift deck I've ever seen in my life. That's what he ended on. It seemed like a lot, I'm not gonna lie. He brewed. I did not see the second Astral Drift deck. Alas. Transformed into the second worst Astral Drift deck you've ever seen. Oh my word. Alright, go ahead and Inquisition them. You won at your lifetime undefeated with the second worst Astral Drift deck ever. Saheeli is so problematic. I kind of just want to take it anyway. Means my opponent gets to remand me next turn. Alright. I think I have to Wrenn next turn, right? Because if I Thoughtseize and they don't remand it, then they just get to remand me on turn 3. I just have to, like, force... I guess I can do this now. This is actually fine. Now, if they don't remand me, I just take their whole hand. Seismic Swans with Wrenn. That actually sounds a bit delightful. Okay. So I guess I take Remand and Teferi. Let's just take Teferi, Felidar Guardian, leave them with this Remand, hope my opponent like floods out a bit. But yeah, if my opponent just snap minuses Teferi, we obviously get to kill the Teferi, which is great. I don't think they're going to do that against a Tarmogoyf Lightning Bolt deck though. Wrenn and Six is like another obvious reason for them not to do it. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Remand and the Teferi. The Felidar Guardian's scary because of the combo, but like, it also means all our removal spells have targets. I think if I just leave them with the Remand, it's going to be really obnoxious at some point. Blood Crypt. Casual start on 10 life, no big deal. It's like plausible I meant to get a swamp there and like accept I'm fetching the stupid mountain in order to have a life total. Just need to draw a Death Shadow, that would be delightful. It doesn't really matter which of these I play, because realistically they're both coming in tapped anyway, but... Are there any permanent effects like Hallowed Moonlight in Modern? Not that I've seen. Wouldn't be surprised if one exists. How has Chandra been? She's been, like, pretty good. I'm still not entirely sure how much I like her. She was quite good in the Jund mirror earlier. Am I just firing off this Inquisition and hoping to hit? Or am I waiting? I guess they're gonna flicker the wall, right? And then they're gonna be like 2 cards deeper into the library, at which point the Inquisition is pretty promising. So might as well wait. Makes it much more likely that we can hit something. Not jamming the Felidar. Did play the Plains though. God, the Colonnade gets to kill Wrenn pretty soon. We'll start pressuring Wrenn. I think I'm gonna Inquisition and then crack Peatland. I kinda have to Inquisition now in case they have Saheeli in hand. Because Saheeli threatens to combo next turn. Snapcaster Remand, so I just always take the Snapcaster here. So I could crack the Peatland. I kind of want to hit my land drops anyway though, and getting a Ravine in play sounds nice. In case we need to attack something. You're warning about using Astral Drift as removal after seeing a bit of Gab stream. Yeah, I saw it like kill, that it could like kill a Hangerback Walker and stuff like that. It seemed pretty nice. Choice of Remand or Remand plus a 2/1. Basically not even a choice. Alright. A Field of Ruin, sure. It's not terribly impressive against our Wrenn and Six. Trophy is a very good draw. I guess because of the remand, I'm going to need 4 mana open until I can dig into something else. So I should just play Peatland, say go. The other option is I can just keep hitting my land drops plus up to 7. Try and like build towards being able to ultimate the Wrenn. Play a fetch and get it back. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think I want to crack this Peatland quite yet. I can just do it next turn. I think storing up some fetches is actually pretty appealing for if we're building towards Wrenn ult. Right? Sounds good to me. Hopefully this trophy, whenever we end up using it, can get the remand out of my opponent's hand. Now if they attack with Felidar Guardian, I go trophy, they remand it. I trophy the Guardian again, and we just hope they don't have a bolt. Because I would really like to get this emblem. Not remanding, okay. I'll have to save it until a more opportune time. Please let me ultimate Wrenn. Okay, I must remember not to crack this Peatland into the Narset ever. No! Ah, I hate everything. Okay. Used my mono blue deck with Cutthroat and Splashing Black yesterday. Yeah, I think normal mono blue is probably better. There's like a significant extent to which that deck was just me messing around and trying things out, you know. But like, I imagine that playing Jhin is just better. Obviously Jhin is just an absurdly powerful magic card, right? I think this is good. Basically hitting 2 spells with my K command, most likely. Yeah. And then I can crack the Peatland in my opponent's turn. I could also just kill the Narset now, but if I plus Wrenn, it takes 2 Colonnade attacks to kill Wrenn. So I think this is better. Obviously I have to crack Peatland in my opponent's turn because of Narset. Opponent confirmed rude. Extremely. Hopefully you can find a fatal push for this Colonnade. It's pretty threatening. Jesus. Alright, so I guess I let this come in, target something. If they target the Narset, I get to dig for a lightning bolt. I like kind of regret not killing the Narset now, a little bit. I had not considered this interaction. Yep. Oh my god, that's so brutal. Huh. I didn't want to expose my Wrenn to the Colonnade, but I guess I had a backup one. Felidar Guardian flickering Narset is nasty. Damn. Okay. Hey, brave guy. What do I want to do here? Aw, thank you for the 8-month free sub, brave guy. Really appreciate the continued support. Means a lot to me. I guess Bolt is not great. It only really kills Narset and like Teferi, but I'd rather kill that with my creatures. I think Fatal Push is pretty important for Felidar Guardian though. Definitely cut a couple bolts. I'm pretty off the idea of Fulminator Mage, especially with like trophies in my deck. I'm honestly wondering about these surgicals. If we can't get punked out by the combo, I feel like we're pretty good at grinding against my opponent's deck. The alternative is Brutality, because we can just take some instants out of their hand. I actually think I want these, weirdly. It fights over the combo, but it also fights over Snapcaster Mage, which I think is enough. I think I'm going to keep in a couple bolts for Nasa. And just like run back something very similar to the main deck. Plague Engineer for Felidar Guardian combo. That could be fine. Plague Engineer is very easy to kill, is the problem. I guess it can actually attack into Wall of Omens, which is nice. A lot of our creatures don't get to attack into Wall of Omens. The Bloodbraids are honestly pretty awkward against the Wall of Omens. Thinking about it. Right, obviously a land heavy hand, but we've got the Peatland. We can cycle later. Once we hit 4 mana. Okay. So Bolt kills this regardless, right? Like land plus instant. So cracking the fetch isn't actually relevant. But I guess I might as well. Definitely just want to jam my threat. If they have a bolt, it's annoying, but whatever. Like, we haven't got like a clear path to get another card type in the yard for a few turns anyway, so... Modern back to a slower format after the bridge ban? Unsure. I think the Hogak deck is very good, honestly. I think the Hogak deck is kind of incredible, and that deck is very fast. Alright, get to Bloodbraid him. Massive free creature is still not bad, yeah. You're definitely right about that one. Oh, this is really good against Bloodbraid. Huh. I mean, I guess I'm still just going to cast my 3/2 haste. Right? And get the Teferi off the board, but... I could Bolt plus Liliana instead. Bolt it, yeah, and get my Bloodbraid value. It's tempting, honestly. Alright, discard this Fatal Push, bolt the Teferi. I'll just discard the Peatland anyway. If we draw a Wrenn, we can just return the Peatland. Get this Teferi off the board so I can Bloodbraid next turn. Yeah, exactly, Bobbin. That's why I didn't really want to Bloodbraid there. These are so obnoxious, jeez. What a world. I guess I don't want to give them info about the Bloodbraid until I've plussed Lily. That makes sense. If they're missing a land, I think it's fine to discard the push. Yeah, I have one of my my commander deck is Maelstrom Wanderer, and whenever I get paired against a Teferi deck, one of my commander decks is Maelstrom Wanderer. Whenever you get paired against Teferi, you just feel so sad. I guess I just trophy this fence to mess with the mana base. Kill the white source, or do they not have another planes? Bobbin? Trophy my own land. I would if I could. You think they don't have another planes? I think I'm just gonna color screw my opponent. It's now they can double bolt Liliana and I look a bit silly. But we know they have Narset in play. Narset in their deck, rather. Which makes getting rid of a blue source pretty appealing. What do I think about humans in Modern? I think humans is one of the very, very best decks. My opponent missed a land drop. I really don't want to trophy the seas and give them another land. I think that would be pretty bad for us. Yeah, I think humans is like very clearly tier 1. One of the best decks you can play. I've been consistently impressed with it. Alright, well this is going to trade with this anyway. Helix, Narset, Path, Remand, Saheeli. So... I believe the best card is Path to Exile? Blowing up Spreading Seas on Raging Ravine instead of Steam Vents. My opponent missed a land drop. I really don't want to give them a 4th land. How lucky. Seems very bad for me if I do that. The Saheeli's so scary if they draw a land is the problem. An untapped land. Because then they get to flashback the Path. But I do need to get my opponent dead before all this stuff comes online, so I think I'm just meant to do this. Okay, they're blocking with the Snapcaster, that's good. I guess that's maybe a reason to attack before Thoughtseizing. Because it lets me know how much a Saheeli matters, because now the Saheeli just doesn't do anything. Instead of being, like, potentially threatening. Yeah, now she scries 1 and, like, gains 5 life. Just not even a real card. Oh my god, that's such an absurd draw, jeez. That might be the best draw in our deck. Back to Nurturing Peatlands, play it, crack it. We now have a Phyrexian Arena. Yeah, let's use Cycle the Horizon lands repeat. Jeez. My fun! What happened to my fun? I miss when I was having fun. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Do I think Jund is among the best decks now? I think it's a lot better than it was. Whether it's among the best decks remains to be seen. Yeah, Wrenn did just get a bit worse. You're not wrong. They discard. Remand, alright. Do I crack this to get a land out of my deck? Or do I leave it uncracked in case I draw a trophy for this? I'd probably leave it uncracked. The Liliana Ultimate could do some serious work if we have the time, yeah. I think we're gonna have the time, most likely. Hopefully we get to that point. Hey Weave, good to see you. What do I think about the Jund versus human matchup? I think before Modern Horizons, humans was like pretty significant favourite. Vermin with the 2-month resub. That means a lot to me. Thank you for the continued... Oh, 10 months, sorry. I can't read. 10-month resub. Thank you so much, Vermin. Yeah, I think the humans matchup is a lot better than it used to be. I don't know if Jund's actually favoured now, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Because Plague Engineer is obviously a colossal beating for the humans deck, and also Wrenn and Six is a huge improvement over Dark Confidant. Dark Confidant dealing you damage was really problematic in the matchup, whereas Wrenn and Six just kills half their deck. We found a clock. We have indeed. Look at our Super Friends deck. At some point I might want to start minusing this Wrenn. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start minusing next turn, Bobbin. I guess. It doesn't change the clock for me to wait 1 turn on the Wrenn minus anyways. Although I guess it makes another Wrenn a worse draw, since I'm just always plussing this Liliana. Please don't kill my Chandra. God damn, I hate this card. They're conceding anyway. Deal. Nice rest in peace, opponent. Surgical unbeatable. I will admit, if they're boarding in rest in peace against me, I maybe shouldn't have this in my deck. Is it crazy I kinda just want to fulminate my opponent into oblivion? After that game. Seems kinda nice. They are trying to cast 4-drops. What a mistake in Modern, casting 4-drops. Plague Engineer on Cat. It's a pretty amusing one. Could do it. Right, no discard spell is awkward. They have a Leyline of Sanctity. No, they do not. Oh, they mold to 6, that's why there was the pause. That makes sense. Don't you dare spreading seize me, opponent. Can I take Trophy out if I bring in Fulminator? I don't think I can. It's really awkward having Trophy and Fulminator in at the same time, but I think I want to. Yeah, Trophy is better in this matchup than Fulminator, exactly. I'd rather cast Skoos first, honestly. Because then if they kill the Skoos, the Goyf is going to be gigantic. Trophy saves you from dying, Fulminator slows them down, exactly. I agree completely with that assessment. Yike. I guess I'm gonna go... Oh, wait, no, we have the perfect answer. How absurd is Chandra here? How absurd is this Chandra, honestly? This is completely unreasonable. Jeez. I mean, this is what I wanted when I put Chandra in the deck. Taste it. Chandra's nice. Damn. At least against the Planeswalkers decks. Chandra, Slayer of Walkers. I like how the fact that we led with Skews instead of Tarmogoyf also meant we could do that, otherwise we couldn't. I get to start rebuying his Kolaghan's command of Chandra. Heckin' nice, honestly. Rude. That's a good one. Acceptable. Chandra's such a delight. Yes, I would like a 3/4 attached to my 3/2 haste. I guess we're just going to get Supreme Verdicted next turn. That's what's really going to happen. Or not. Apparently we're not going to get Supreme Verdicted. Just get more green mana because of the Skews, I guess. Or more black mana so I can reliably cast Lily, even if they seize me again. They had a Verdict in their deck earlier. Oh, that's true, the guy. Yeah, you're correct. Rawr. This Chandra's awesome. Next turn I can double Kolaghan's command if I want. Wild. Ooh. It's also a good one. Alright, I guess we're going Thoughtseize, Goyf, Fulminator this turn. This is the plan. Aww. Hey. Good to see you. JPEG. I caught a bit of your stream the other night. It was nice. I was a bit worried you hadn't streamed in like 10 days, and then I forgot about the fact you were moving across the country. Well, that was a good game. Chandra seemed awesome that game. Just FTK my opponent's Saheeli. Yeah, we could have emptied my opponent's hand depending on what the Thoughtseize saw. Could also like K-Command plus Goyf plus Thoughtseize, depending on how things go there. Alright. Obviously, to draw some green sources, but hand is nice. Wait, what year is it? What a world. Guess I'm just gonna Inquisition because I can't ever beat a Spreading Seas. What a world. I get to take up the Biomancer this turn now, but I just like really didn't want to get Spreading Seas there. They've been so brutal. Discard a Vial, sure. So I guess I just go ahead and kill this. Gosh, the creature lands are so good against my Liliana. If I don't get a Goyf in play anytime soon. Hopefully they just animate the Mutavault and I can shoot it down. Ooh, thank you, opponent. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much right now. Green source. I know this lets me cast Liliana, but I think I'm just going to cycle it. I just really want to find a green source for a Goyf, you know? I think once we cast these Goyfs, we're just in such a good position. I think that's just the most important thing to build towards. It does feel that way, Red Hand. For but a moment, anyways. No, I'm going to keep using the bolts, because, yes, I'm terrified of Master of Waves. Maybe I meant to kill this. I think I'd rather kill the Lord, though. Since Goyf can keep this at bay if they don't have a Lord in play anyways. Not sure how well Jund would do nowadays. Yeah, we're trying to figure that out ourselves. Like, I think Wrenn and Six is a huge boost to the deck's power level, which is a lot of the reason I'm trying the deck out. Like, Wrenn and Six has legitimately been very, very impressive. Just gonna let this hit me. The Conclaves are also very impressive. I can't even block them with Goyfs. If I tried to see some Pyromancer, I haven't had time yet. Honestly, I'm not excited by the idea of Seasoned Pyromancer though. I think the ceiling on it is a lot lower than something like Chandra. It just like seems a bit slow and mopey to me. Just gonna keep taking two, I guess. Oh my god. Rip. None of those are particularly beatable. What are my top 5 decks for the MC? For me to play, or in general? I think for me, I'm realistically going to register one of Jund, Dredge, or Hogak. I would be very surprised if I registered anything other than those. I guess there's a world in which I could register Phoenix, but those are the decks I like a lot. No blue-white. No, I don't feel very confident piloting blue-white, to be honest. Guess I'm just going to take this. No Neoform. I think Neoform is really inconsistent and vulnerable. I think people are going to be reasonably prepared for it too, because they know that it's a thing. I think open deck lists hurt Neoform a lot too. People get to mulligan to their discard spells or their Force of Negations reliably. What about Jund Hogak? I literally just listed Jund Hogak, and Hogak is in fact Jund colours. Alright, I really don't want to spend a push it now, because I don't know how I deal with these fairy conclaves then. Realistically, I think we just bricked on lands too long and can't win this. Have had to use our removal on things that like, if we got Goyfs down early, we'd be able to race these, right? As it is, it's just been too late. How well do you think Burn is positioned? I think Burn is better than it's been in a couple of years. I don't know if that means it's well positioned, but it's certainly a lot better than it used to be. The new lands for Burn have just been huge additions. Oh right, Turtler, sorry. Plague Engineer seems awesome. Pretty interested in Collective Brutality just as more terminates. I'm almost wondering about these Fulminators. Like, I'm so scared of the creature lands. I think Chandra is going to be really hard to actually protect, even though she flashes back removal. And I'm not really interested in dealing myself damage. Honestly, I'm not that excited by Wrenn and Six either. Maybe Wrenn and Six is worse than Thoughtseize. I'm just like looking at these Fulminators and wondering. Yeah, the Thoughtseize is also helpful for taking Tricksters, right? To protect our Tarmogoyfs. Which version, if any, of Death Shadow do I think is most well positioned? Probably none of them. But if I was going to play a Death Shadow deck, I would not play a Death Shadow deck that didn't feature Temur Battle Rage. I think, like, playing Death Shadow without Battle Rage is probably a mistake. Because you just can't kill people in a timely fashion. Also, like, Stubborn Denial is incredible. Probably just Grixis, to be honest. You love Mardu with Dreadhorde Arcanist? Arcanist with discard spells is really impressive. We'll agree to that. I'm unsure about these. I don't think I'm going to bring them in. I could see them being better than the Thoughtseizes though. This is fine. Discard spells into Plague Engineer. Plague Engineer not as good against Merfolk as some of the other decks. Because they don't really have that many X1s that you just kill immediately. But it does at least cancel out a Lord, which is nice. No Mono Blue in Modern. I wish I could play Mono Blue in Modern. That'd be great. There is the Mono Blue Narset deck. I still need to try that out at some point. It looks like a blast. I guess it kind of got sidelined by all the new Horizon stuff that people are excited about. Narset Commandeer, yeah. Narset plus Commandeer is nice. You've been falling in love with Unearth recently. Unearth seems pretty powerful. I'm playing Team Modern Super League later, and one of the opponents, April, she has a red-black aggro deck she's bringing, where you can unearth Skelemental, which seems disgusting. Just Seas can beat this hand. I mean, welcome to Jund. That's how the Jund versus Merfolk matchup always went, right? When they had Spreading Seas, you were just like screwed some percentage of the time, and you had to accept that. Spreading Seas is just very, very good against Jund. And there's not a lot you can do about that. But cross your fingers, sometimes. Plague Engineer is looking very good here, I agree. This is like one of the few X1s we can hit with it. It's probably fine to play this. I'll just save myself the life. How's the matchup of this deck versus Reg? I haven't actually played that matchup in a little while. I have a lot of graveyard hate in my board at the moment because the Hogak deck is incredible. And that probably helps in the Reg matchup quite a bit. What mouse do I use? I don't actually know. It's by a company called... It's branded as like Magic Eagle apparently. I guess I just attack, because if they have a Merfolk Trickster I can bolt it. Missing out on the damage would be pretty sad. And I doubt they have like Force of Negation still in the deck, so... It can trade with Engineer, right? It removes the ability. And then they're both 2/2s. Alright, it's kind of awkward the way I've sequenced. I guess the way, in order to have 4 mana this turn, I'd have had to sequence these lands anyway, so I haven't actually missed out on being able to Ravine next turn. So it's actually fine. Plus Liliana. God, this card is such a big improvement to the deck. Just like all these tribal matchups that used to be kind of close before, you just have a huge extra boost against. So I have a Fatal Push for the Conclave. I guess I just discard the Liliana because I'd like to start activating my Ravine next turn. I think I'm going to keep attacking. I can have another Merfolk Trickster. Maybe I just want to save this push for the Ravine to protect my Liliana. I can plus the Liliana first and see what they discard. See where we go from there. Discarded the Master. The hand must be pretty good. I think I like attacking. If they're really putting all their mana into activating the Conclave every turn, they're just going to die anyways, right? And if they end of turn the Trickster, I'm going to have to Fatal Push it to protect Liliana regardless. So I might as well get in my 2 damage in the situation where they just don't have a Trickster. I also kind of want to like aggressively use this removal spell anyway, so that I'm hellbent for the sake of Liliana too. I think this is good. Yeah, Plague Engineer can be good against Bloodghast decks, for sure. It's actually kind of nice against Hogak. You get to name Zombie and keep their Gravecrawlers at bay too. I've had it be really impressive against Mardu Pyro. That matchup used to be really tough, but having Plague Engineer in the matchup definitely helps a bit. So we can play this tapped. I think I want to keep plussing the Liliana. Just eat through my opponent's hand. I could also minus on this Lord, which is fine, but I think plussing is better. Whilst I don't have anything in hand that I want. So now I have an option. I could hold back both so that I can block the Lord reliably and get a Liliot, which might just be better. Just protect the Liliana, or I can swing with a Ravine and put my opponent down to 9. This is also wild. I could just swing with Ravine, hold back Plague Engineer to block. I have my opponent on a 3-turn clock. Even if they play a Lord, I'm pretty happy to trade, because then I get a Lily Ultimate, whilst the Ravine is killing them. Yeah, I want to attack too, I agree. I've come to that decision. Um, 4+5+2+2 also just kills them. So maybe that's fine. 9+4. They get to attack my Liliana, but it just like... whatever. Just kill them. Wow, Dismember. Get wrecked, Autumn. I guess that means I wasn't blocking anyway, and now the Ravine is lethal. So this is actually kind of fine. Actually kind of doesn't do very much. Just letting us get this Lily out. So they needed to... They killed themselves by activating the Camahi, because now they can't defend against Liliana. We get to leave them with Lord versus 4 permanents. Right, Edict is game. Shh, this is better, Bobbin. Don't ruin my fun. Why would you ruin my fun, Bobbin? Honestly. I'm supposed to leave them the Shame Relic with the Lord. Oh. I still wonder about these Fulminators. Yes, I'm just running this back. This doesn't have a discard spell or a removal spell, but we're pretty resilient to Spreading Seas, and we can cycle the Barren Moor to dig deeper into our deck. So I think I'm meant to keep. Alright, play this one. We're going to take a lot of damage off our lands this game, but that is fine. There's a world in which I'm meant to lead on a Ravine, because it's like, I kind of want them to Spreading Seas red-green land. Why did they activate the land instead of the relic? Excellent question. I believe Overgrown Tomb is the best option here. Like, it definitely has to be a black land. Making it that means we can activate Scooze a bunch. Swamp with 3 green sources in hand, maybe that's better. It's also like kind of appealing, because then if we play Stomping Ground, maybe they Spreading Seas the Stomping Ground and we still have a red source left. They don't cut us off double black. That makes sense. Am I a gamer? Kinda. Like, I used to play tons of video games. I don't really anymore outside of Magic. I assume I just go get a swamp with this, right? That's like probably fine. Yeah, that's fair. For some reason when I hear the phrase gamer, I always think of it as like applying to just video games. Which is probably incorrect on my part. I can get down the Goyf and then start growing it. Try and start eating through these Merfolk Tricksters one at a time. Merfolk Trickster are obviously terrifying, but we have a bunch of removal in hand ready for it. Ooh, Tidebinder Mage, powerful stuff. Let's take a look-see what's going on over there. Cryptic what? How do we beat this card? Wild. I guess I just want to take the Trickster, right? Take the thing that operates at instant speed. I need to kill this before they untap. If I do it off the Stomping Ground, they don't know that I necessarily have a push in hand. Because Because if I let them untap, I'm just like trapped underneath Cryptic Command forever, which sounds miserable. Am I still playing it in Legacy? I haven't actually played Legacy in very much ever since PT25. I used to love the format, but Rugged Delver was, Grixis Delver was kind of my baby, and I can't play it. For a long time I couldn't really play it, but I'm looking to get back into the format. I really want to try out the Wrenn and Six Delver decks. They seem like a ton of fun to me. I think I would enjoy them a lot. This Cryptic Command... Is this the MC deck or not? I have no idea. Figuring that out. So I can spend 2 to Bloodbraid. I guess if I don't do anything, they go Cryptic, bounce, Goyf, draw a card, and then I'm locked underneath the next Cryptic anyway, so I kind of have to force the issue on the first one. Forcing the issue on the first one instead of the second is also better, because then I can hold up removal when the second one is coming to deal with a Fairy Conclave or something. Counterspell, tap the Goyf instead of bouncing the Goyf? What? Why? I don't understand. What am I missing, chat? Alright, I'm gonna hold back the Bloodbraid to block. Once we get through these Cryptics, I think we're in a good position to take over the late game with our Skoos. Hey Fuzzy, good to see you. I just want to hold defense here. I guess I can just fire this off. If they Cryptic it, I'm pretty happy, because then I resolve my Skoos. If they don't Cryptic it, I get to take the Master. Force of Negation. It does not have text, that's true. We can do literally anything. Yeah, part of his deck is wild. I guess I'm just gonna take this Master. I'm kind of tempted to start attacking. I don't know exactly what that looks like. Probably just the Bloodbraid. If they go to bounce my Goyf, I have the Fatal Push ready. What decks have I tested? Am I looking to test? Various different things. I tried out Eldrazi, decided it was like pretty bad. Tap, draw a card. Oh, I get to resolve the Scavenging Ooze. So good for me. So good for me. I tried out Eldrazi, decided it was like not very good. Tried out Dredge a bunch, still love it. Been playing a lot of Jund. What else have I tried? Tried out the Hogak decks, and I think they're very impressive. I think you're not meant to play blue though. I think the Hedron Crab is just not worth it. But like, outside of the blue splash, the Hogak decks are very, very impressive. Oh, I still love Dredge. I think Dredge is incredible. Dredge is very clearly one of the best decks in Modern. Has been basically since Creeping Chill was printed. You're torn between Enduring Ideal Prison and Eldrazi Stumpy. Wild. Ooh, so they're casting a Tidebinder Mage. Sure. You went 10 and 2 with it at GP Detroit. That's pretty decent. How goes the Jund battle? Oh, it's going decently. I guess I'm just gonna target this Tidebinder. They're gonna Force of Negation it. I could also just force them to leave the Force of Negation up though, which is nice too. At least there's no need for me to cast this yet. I can just use my mana on the Scavenging Ooze instead. Yeah, the Neonate is not terribly impressive in the Hogak decks, I agree with that too. That's a good one. God damn, that is a very good one. I get to have this Fatal Push up, which makes my opponent's mana really stretched with this Force of Negation. Yeah, the Neonates and Crabs. I think the Crab was more impressive, but you kind of don't want red mana in your deck, whereas you do want Faithless Looting, which makes Neonate kind of a free roll, is my thinking. I don't think I attack with both Bloodbraids. I think I just attack with the one. We just don't cast this Fatal Push, because I want them to hold open Force of Negation mana. If they do nothing, I get to gain a life with my Scavenging Ooze anyway, which is a fine use of my mana. Casting Bloodbraid is great. I love the card. I never got to cast it first time round. That was like before my time. Ugh.
Welcome to the Chandra deck.
Ty, 10-month resub. Welcome to the Chandra Dome. Oh my god. Great having you here, Ty. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I don't want to cast this Fatal Push until the Relic's been cracked, is the thing. So yes, I just gain a life of the Scavenging Ooze, guaranteed. My opponent can't get too aggressive here because of the Ravine. You think you want rainbows no matter what? If you play Confluences and Gemstone Mines, you don't get to play Crab. I think if you're not playing Crab, you can just be Jund, right? There's no reason to have the extra colour then. I get to kill this. Oh, they're 2 damage short and then I get to kill this. Yeah, because they don't have Force of Negation up at the moment. They're one mana short. So if I attack with everything, they might line up blocks assuming that the Master is going to live. Oh, this is game 3. I know I have enough time on my clock that you could believe it's game 1, but... Do I prefer City of Brass or Gemstone Mines in Dredge? I'm not a huge fan of either, but I think Gemstone Mine is better. I guess if I had just attacked with 2 Bloodbraids and a Scooze, I don't actually force my opponent to chump. Which is awkward. I guess I can't force them to chump and have push up anyway though, because of the Relic. So I have to kill the Master now, because they have Force of Negation in hand, and then I'm just attacking. And if they want to trade with my Bloodbraids, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, this seems fine. Just attack with these 3. Or Blackcleave is like an awkward blocker. And this means I should be able to set up lethal next turn. Okay, I have to do this now, because they could draw a blue card for force. So this is non-optional, and then I can eat it from the yard to gain my life. There's nothing else to eat, right? I don't think so. Cool. So in order to kill me, they have to get the Goyf out the way, gain an extra power, and swing with everything. Seems improbable. I guess they'd have to go land, unsummon or something, and then a master. Oh, this also works. They can play... No, they tapped the Mutavault. If they didn't tap the Mutavault and they drew a Lord, they'd have killed me, right? I guess they'd need Landlord. So maybe they just didn't have one of those in hand, and so weren't drawing towards it anyway. Oh, that would be sweet, red hand. I would love that. I really like the Snow Snake. And Snow Snake is sweet. This Force of Negation has looked awful. I imagine you're meant to board it out against Chandra, right? I have to assume so. Aw, David, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub, becoming a Knight of Autumn. It means a lot to me. Everyone get some hype in chat for our new Knight. I really appreciate it. Chat, I don't know about y'all. Was that a good draw? Was this an acceptable draw? Like, I'm not entirely sure, but I think it might have been. Seems at least okay. Yeah, I think I agree with that assessment. Seems decent, in fact. I'll try, Evan. We'll see what deck I take. Name wizard. Are they all wizards? Is that actually the case? Is this a wizard? This isn't a wizard. I guess I'm not naming wizard then. That would be delightful though. Would have been a sick flex. Nice wizard stack. GG's opponent. Alright, are we 2-1 or 3-1? 3-1. Lost to Hogak and beat 3 decks that are not Hogak. I don't want to say 3 bad decks because we actually won the mirror, but I guess I could say 3 bad decks since we won the mirror. Look at all those 2-1s. A true Jund deck. In the Junderdome, you only win 2 and 1. It's the only way to win in the Junderdome. How have we been feeling about these Chandras? They were absurd. They were legitimately absurd against the Saheeli deck. I guess they were like decent in the mirror. Kinda just like flashed back a removal spell and then soaked up a Bloodbraid hit. Wasn't that impressive. I think Burn is like the best it's been for a couple years. I don't know if that makes it actually good, but I do think it's like the lands have been a huge boost to it. Just did very well in the Challenger. I could believe that it's actually good. I get rid of the swamp. The mana in this deck is so demanding, I kind of want to get rid of the swamp. Basic lands suck. Yeah, that makes sense, Shilla Pillar. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna beat 3 non-Hogak decks and then lose to the Hogak deck. Is that really how it's gonna be? Is that really how it's gonna be? That's kind of absurd. Really do be like that sometimes. Rip, Chund. I guess I got the 4 Leylines. I can just have them in my opener 2 games in a row. That's the dream, right? My opponent's hand also just doesn't do very much now. The Gak is back. 2 Gravecrawlers. Right. Go ahead and get down my 3/4. Oh, if I block a Gravecrawler, they get a prized amalgam back. So these Gravecrawlers are just like unkillable. But they can do that anyway because they're carrying Peter, so I might as well block. That makes sense, I guess. They aren't even doing anything unfair. I just don't know how we ever beat this. They're doing like the fairest thing their deck could possibly do. Alright. It's a bit less fair now. Nice Scavenging Ooze loser. Yeah, 18 power on turn 3. It's pretty good. I don't know what I do here. I guess I have to draw a trophy next turn. I can like block a pair of Gravecrawlers, and then they, you know what, I'm just gonna move on here. Has WotC ever banned something out of a deck and had that deck still be easily tier 1? Find out next week at MC Barcelona. Dredge probably. Now Dredge went for a time period where it was like tier 2, tier 2.5 after the Trave Troll ban until Chill was printed. Sure. Seems acceptable. Seems like an okay hand of Magic the Gathering cards. Alright. So you go, I guess. Crypt Breaker. Oh, that one gets eaten up by the Plague Engineer. Possible I meant to just like wait and let them make a zombie. Yeah, I think I to. How do I like Wurza? I suspect that if Canister is not claiming that Wurza is amazing and is having hesitations about taking it to an MC, that means that the deck is probably not actually that good. So I have not personally had much experience playing with or against it myself, and should probably try it out at some point, but I don't know. I feel like if the deck's going to be good, then Canister's going to be playing it right. The Mox Opal deck. What do we think, chat? We have 2 pieces of graveyard interaction. Doesn't have Leyline Mole. You think we keep and lose? Snap Coop. You want to know if this is good enough? I don't think it is good enough is the problem. This is our best hand without Leyline, you are correct. Alright, I'm keeping. Maybe they have like a couple Nature's Claims in hand and the Thoughtseize buys us a bunch of time and then the Skews can take over. We'll see. See how this goes. Keep and draw Leyline. That's the real line right there. Maybe this isn't correct. I want 3 green sources, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna get an Overgrown Tomb. It's gonna hurt, but I think I just need like mono green sources for the Skews. Well, didn't have the Nature's Claim, or a green source, or anything that kills you if you have a Leyline in play, I guess. I guess it'd be like that. I'm gonna take the Supplier, right? They're gonna get to mill a bunch, but then they don't have a zombie for Crypt Breaker. And they don't have enough black creatures for Hogak. Just keep my eye on this graveyard with this Surgical. Yeah, they don't have green for Wayfinder, yep, exactly. If we Surgical the Gak. Yeah, maybe I meant to take the Gak and Surgical it. Maybe it's the main way that we lose these games when we have a Skews active. Vengevine. I can wait for them to cast something else before nabbing that, right? Alright, no reason to Surgical. Nice. Vengevine seems terrifying too, I agree. Inquisition. I kinda want to be able to triple activate Skews next turn. I guess that's the plan, just fetch Forest, jam Skews. Or even play, I guess this is always coming in untapped, right? So I might as well just play this untapped. Yeah, it's a real downside to the crab, the fact you can't cast Hogak with it, I agree. That was my experience too. Oh my god. You're kidding me. I could have Inquisitioned it. I think I meant to jam the Scoos, but this is obviously kind of brutal. Alright, at least the hand doesn't currently do anything. So that's nice. Huh? Could kill a crab, I guess. Okay, come on, buy back Scoos. You're smart, Bobbin. That is the plan. I can kill a crab whilst I'm at it. Yeah, I like this plan. So I should do it now before they can draw a land. I think at this point I'm just getting a forest. So I don't think I'm going to be casting all these black spells anyway. Return this, kill this. Alright. Get back my Scoos. Okay. At least they didn't have another creature for the Vengevine. Forced me to surgical. So I have to get this out of play because of the Hogak, right? And then I can Inquisition the Satyr Wayfinder. And then still plan on Scoozing next turn. Because I guess this isn't even going to give them a green source. Oh no, people are playing this in the main deck Prometheus. Oh, you can surgical with the ability on this stack, that's true. I can actually deal with the Hogak then, right? Fetch Swamp Jam, Inquisition, play Scoos. And I can trophy the Hogak if need be, I guess. Also just don't want them getting Crypt Breaker online. Don't we take the cards out the hand? My opponent can't even cast them at the moment. Oh, so they can't cast Hogak. Yeah, it's true. Alright. I like this plan. Inquisition, cast Scoos, eat something, have surgical at the ready. Seems good. Okay, so I don't care about the prized amalgam. So I just take the Satyr Wayfinder. Oh, I do care about the prized amalgam because it casts Hogak. Right. Yeah, I can take them both. I agree. So I get Overgrown Tomb, so I have max green. Take the prized amalgam. Cast the Scoos. Hope that I untap. You think we win if they don't rip well? Yeah, I think we do. Need to fade a good turn for my opponent, but I guess they need to.
Is it really a gender dome if you're not playing for a terrible painting? Ferocious thing.
Excellent question, Alesha. The questions that will keep me awake at night. Thank you for the continued support, Alesha. Appreciate you. 15 whole months means a lot to me. Alright, if they hit the 2-1 there, we'd have been in trouble, but they did not. So nominally we are still alive. And that is nice. We do like not dying. Yeah, if they hit a Grave Crawler, we'd have been screwed. We wouldn't have had an opportunity to interact with it. Alright, I think I'm going to surgical these Hogaks, right? Just so they can't draw Hogaks. I guess I can wait until my turn to do that. I think I'd rather just use the Scavenging Ooze. So they can't even make a zombie here. Yeah, this will be good at some point, I assume. Right, I'm gonna swing with the Scoos. Eat a couple things to get in more damage. Yeah, eat Hogak and Vengevine, I believe that is the plan. Oh, I kinda want to surgical the Hogak as the thing. I think I want to surgical the Hogak. Yeah, eat the Amalgam, I kind of prefer that. Oh no, eat the... Could you also eat the Looting? I guess I can do that once I've surgicaled in my opponent's turn. Yeah, I'm gonna go to draw step. I'm gonna go ahead and surgical the Hogak. We can see what's going on, and that can affect what else we want to do. How's Chandra? Chandra's been pretty good. I don't know if she's worth how bad she makes the mana. That's the problem. I think if Chandra didn't cost double red, she'd be a pretty reasonable include. At double red, she's been like a bit iffy. 4 and 1. Lock it in. I think I'm now 15 and 5 or something with Jund. That has been nice. Alright, I got time for some more games. I'm just going to quickly check something. You should always 3 and 2 every modern league ever, always. It's a good plan. But rather 4 and 1. Did we run into Tron in these leagues? We have not. I think I've actually got a decent plan against Tron though. I've got trophies, I've got fulminators, I've got surgicals. I guess not having Bob might make the Tron matchup a lot harder though. Bob is very good in those matchups, whereas like Wrenn and Six is very derpy. Alright, do I want to just run back this list or try something different? This list honestly felt kind of nice. I'm still iffy on the Chandras. What would Chandra be if I wasn't playing Chandra? I guess is the question. Probably like a Bloodbraid, and then I guess another threat, maybe the 4th Scoos. What's my modern win percentage on Modo? Depends if I'm taking things seriously or not. If I'm like only playing, you know, whatever the best deck is, and taking things super seriously, then like I've had it be at like 70% before, but most of the time it sits a lot lower than that because I'm messing around with things. Or like streaming or whatever. You missed the part of the stream where I explained about the Chandras. So the idea of the Chandras is they're good at pressuring Planeswalkers. Especially from like blue-white style decks. She's very good against like Narset and Teferi. And even Jace. The -2 makes her like a Snapcaster Mage, kinda. Has that sort of effect where like spells that are good in the matchup you can double up on. So against the control decks you get to double up on these sorts of spells, then against the creature decks you can double up on these sorts of spells. And then the other 0 you can use to aggressively ultimate your Wrenn and Six. Which isn't as impactful, but you know, is a thing you can do. I'm not sure if she's good enough or not. I think the power level is like definitely there. And like the roles she serves. I think the downside to her is that double red is incredibly harsh to cast. Which is like the main downside. Like, I've just been boarding her out against aggressive decks just because I can't justify the double red mana cost against them. So that's definitely the main negative. Thing is, I'm trying to figure out how good a card she is. So I kind of want to play another League with her in the deck, but I also kind of want to, like, take things seriously and just play, like, the best possible attempt. How was Eldrazi Tron yesterday? Oh, I remember that, Adam. You destroyed me. Honestly, I wasn't very impressed by the deck. It felt like Chalice was, like, kind of medium at the moment. It's, like, obviously very good against Phoenix, but, like, I was running into, you know, Jund, Humans, like, all these decks that are able to shrug it off. And it felt, like, kind of mopey to me in some regards. So I was not terribly impressed by Eldrazi Tron. It felt like a huge part of the deck was, like, high-rolling your opponents, right? And I don't know. I'm surprised the win rate people have been having with Eldrazi Tron. Because I know it's been crushing. I just can't really wrap my head around it. Do we really need 2 Ouphes? I think they're quite good against Tron, and they're also very helpful against the Urza decks. I think I quite like the Ouphes. Chandra seems incredible. Yeah, I'm going to play some more games with Chandra.